News Now, Sheriff Youngblood joining us this morning to talk about a highly anticipated new law going into effect. Proposition 36, passed by voters overwhelmingly this November, increases penalties for retail theft and certain drug offenses, and it went into effect yesterday. Sheriff, thanks for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.
We appreciate it. All right, let's talk about this. We've heard about this for a long time. People have been fed up with the retail crime. We've heard from local business owners saying how this is hurting them in their business. Will we see any immediate changes now that Prop 36 is in effect?
It's going to be difficult because of the lack of jail beds, but my staff is working on a plan to add 100 beds just for quality of life crimes, which will put a dent in this population that's terrorizing our community. But at the end of the day, we still don't have the staff to open Laredo Max Mead. You know, I asked my staff yesterday, how many people have we hired in the last 2 years? We've hired over 400 people. So we really are doing it very rapidly and quickly, but we lose a couple hundred during that same time frame. So this is a difficult time for all of us, but we're as frustrated as the community is.
So we're expecting to see some crimes that had previously been charged as misdemeanors charged as felonies. That could cause, in effect, the prison population to go up, but it's just having the people there in the jails to supervise.
Well, locking them up isn't the only solution. We're building a mental health facility in our jail to have 24/7 mental health care, so that when these people are released, that hopefully we can keep them long enough to get them drug-free and get some mental health connections with behavioral health to put a dent in this. This started in 2008 when we stopped hiring people, and we went for several years where we did not hire. We got under 1,000 employees. Now we're back over, I think, 1,400. It's time-consuming, and the public wants it. They want it done. They want it done now. So do I. I live in this community. I get the same people browsing my neighborhood as you do. So we're working on it, but it's going to take us some time.
Okay, and then you were just talking about the mental health side, the drug offense side. That is another part of Prop 36. What does that part do?
Well, some of the judge can mandate treatment. You have to understand some of these people are beyond help. We don't like to say that, but there are some people you're not bringing back. And those are the ones that we have to deal with that should be off the streets because they're going to hurt someone. And, you know, we have kids that walk to school. I live in a path where kids walk to school, and I see what they're going through. It's very difficult, and they become accustomed to it, and that's sad. We should be able to protect our children better than we are.
And you were talking earlier when we were off camera about when it comes down to it, when there's not enough beds, then there's not enough staffing, and the decision is, do I release someone who could physically harm someone, or someone who's going to go out and steal again or burglarize again?
You have a choice of every day we release people early. It's either the ones that'll hurt you or the ones that'll irritate you, and we have to go with the ones that'll irritate you first. And we're struggling with that, but if we can get just 100 beds to start with dedicated to those people, we think we can put a dent on it.
All right, so that is coming. We just have to.
We're working on it. It's not that easy, but we're moving people around, seeing if we can find a spot for 100 that we can not impact our releases the negative.
And then let's go ahead and talk about another big issue going on right now. The escape of convicted murderer Cesar Hernandez. He was being transferred by the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to a hearing at the Delano Courthouse when he escaped the morning of December 2nd. So this did not involve the Kern County Sheriff's Department, but it is certainly top of mind for all Kern residents. Here is his picture right now. If you see Hernandez or know his whereabouts, you're urged to call 911 or the U.S. Marshal's Office. Sheriff, can you tell us a little bit about the protocol for a transfer like the one involving Hernandez and the CDCR officials? So many people have seen that escape video showing him unhandcuffed, unshackled, wondering how he was able to escape like that. Now, CDCR says he was in leg and waist restraints when he left prison. How could this happen? Yeah,
we find homemade handcuff keys quite frequently. If you recall, when Vincent Brothers was arrested for murdering his family and convicted, he spent 4 years watching Spanish TV in Laredo until he learned fluent Spanish. And then we found the handcuff key in the courtroom in his hair. So he had a plan. They have 24 hours a day to plan on how they're going to escape or what they're going to do. And in this particular case, I don't know for a fact, but I suspect he either was given a key or made a handcuff key, released himself. When the doors open, he bolted. Now the officer has to worry about him, but he also has to worry about the other prisoners that are in the van. So you're caught off guard. These things happen. We've had them happen to us. It's unfortunate. Whether he should have shot him or not, we know that in today's world, the officers are hesitant to pull the trigger because they're condemned, and rightfully so. So at the end of the day, we'll catch up with him and get him back in custody. I suspect he's gone south of the border for now.
And when you see something like this, is this something your department then looks at to see how to prevent it from happening?
We've had exactly the same thing happen to us. We've we've had them stop on 58 because one of them's ill, pretends to be ill, and in a seizure, and you open the back door and one of them tries to get out. We've had those things occur, and deputies are aware that they're trying to escape, and every time you transport a group of inmates, you have to be prepared because they have a plan.
All right, let's go ahead and put up his picture just one more time because he, again, is still on the run this morning. This is Cesar Hernandez, 5'5", weighs 160 pounds. He has ties to Kern, Los Angeles, and Riverside counties. And if you see him, you are asked to call 911 or the U.S. Marshal's Office. By the way, there is a reward for information leading to his arrest. That's up to $25,000. Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, thanks for coming in this morning.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. Happy holidays.
You as well.